Welcome to Meet the Authors. I'm Philip Levin, your host, and we're here at the Orlando, Florida Writers Conference. This is one of the biggest writers association in the country and have one of the best conferences. And today, for this session, I'm welcoming Pam Grey. Pam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and so glad you could come. And Pam is a doctor of education.
That's correct.
And you have a book. It's not quite out, and so she's going to tell us about the book and about what it's going to be able to do. So, Pam, take it from here.
Thank you. Well, I'm on a crusade, Dr. Levin.
It's good to be on a crusade.
I'm on a crusade to help everyone remove all inferior thinking.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a challenge.
It is a challenge. So my role really in life is to help people learn how to improve all their greatest decisions and to learn how to make a wow decision in life.
A wild decision?
Wow decision.
Oh, wow. W-O-W. Wow decision. Okay, I'm excited.
Most people start at a no decision.
Yeah.
And no decision usually results in failure. And then people go to a now decision, but they feel a great deal of pressure. Life gets confusing. Few resources, don't know where to turn. And ultimately, my goal is to lead them to a wow decision. And I think people can do that by having a better idea of how to find all their greatest ideas.
Okay.
And I think it's an inside job.
Inside your body job.
Inside the power of your mind.
How wonderful. How wonderful. And this is incorporated in your book.
Yes, it is.
And can I hold this up?
Sure.
This is the book. This is a workbook. This is what the book's going to look like. The Power of Decision. Self-study workbook by Dr. Pamela Grey. So tell us more.
May I read something
Please.
from my
We're
book?
going to read from the book and find out how this wow decision comes to be.
This is from the preface.
Okay.
Considering a change in your life. Don't accept inferior thoughts that lead to lesser conditions. Exploring one new idea about yourself often exposes a static condition in your life. When an old pattern of thought no longer serves you, releasing it allows you to make a change. My workbook gives you insightful assessments to identify these static conditions, often put there by inferior thoughts. If left unchecked, these inferior thoughts expand to drain your energy, or worse yet, your joy. Poor health, difficult relationships, financial stress are often accompanied by feelings of unworthiness, each revealing patterns of lesser conditions unsupportive of your growth. You can push all that aside and stop dwelling on the negatives. Your answers are within reach. Discover these conditions and problems were never meant to improve you. Instead, learn how to solve them through the elimination of inferior thoughts and stop the regular neglect of your personal needs.
Wow. That's really so powerful. Everybody has these issues. We all have problems with debts, with ill health, with relationship issues, and we always start on.
So really, my goal is to help everyone understand the answer to every problem is in the mind you already possess.
Don't worry, be happy.
Maybe that's too simple. Bobby McFerrin would say. Well, if I may, I'd like to read just a little bit more. When you stop analyzing the past for all your answers, you will discover the great ideas and thoughts that led to a balanced or happier life. In this self-study, you will find life-nourishing principles and concepts to change your thinking. And, above all else, produce better results. You know, poverty is a thought, and so is prosperity. When you begin to think correctly, you'll find an inner genius to create more satisfying results. Soon you will discover you have many great ideas about yourself. The power of decision, through this self-study, is designed to help you recognize these and let go of all inferior thinking and lesser conditions once and for all. Again, the answer to every problem is in the mind you already possess.
What an optimistic outlook.
Well, I think I've lived the power of decision for the last 30 years.
And you look so healthy and sure of yourself. I love your presence. You come across so positive.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is true.
This is designed as a self-study. Anyone can take it wherever they go, wherever they are, and in the privacy of their own home, office, or whatever setting, they can work through this in a step-by-step process.
Okay.
It's designed to not be simple, but it is designed to work in complement with the primary book called The Power of Decision.
Right.
And I would like to speak to that for a moment.
Power of Decision, that's the title of the book.
Power of Decision, the original Power of Decision was written by Dr. Raymond Charles Barker.
Okay.
1968. The book is now in its 50th year of publication.
Wow, it's a popular book.
Popular book. I feel not popular enough. In fact, so often, wording of the 50s, the narrative, Dr. Barker was, to the nth degree, he knew the law of how your mind works. I'm trying to bring the spirit of how our mind and bodies work. And to do so, I felt like the language needed to be more contemporary, and it needed to be put in a way that people who are busy, parents, business owners, co-workers, people in retirement, maybe people just starting out on a career, all need direction. And using this methodology, I think can be life-changing. I've applied it to every aspect of my life. In fact, I don't make a major life decision without it.
Without the power of decision.
That's correct. So my workbook is really to help people recognize that you have gifts and talents. You were born with them. You have unique traits and abilities that shouldn't be stifled. And the workbook is really a way to tease out and help you honor those. I call this book, the original book, The Power of Decision, my truth-o-meter.
My truth-o-meter. What a clever phrase.
Right,
truth-o-meter.
right. Because if you really are deeply honest with yourself, and I don't mean in a criticizing way, but in a way that reveals better ideas to come up through oftentimes inferior thoughts, worry, doubt, confusion. I say push all that aside because poverty thinking to me is limited thinking. It's a way of saying, I've been given this lot in life, and instead, if you look within and see the riches of your gifts and talents, and you really have a perfect thinking system to move forward, well, what if you could just turn those switches on and release that inferior thought and allow a greater thought to present itself?
Well, I would love that if I could get rid of all my negative thoughts all the times.
Addiction is a disease of motivation. I am very confident that if using my workbook, coupled with the original source material, coupled together, it's really designed to be in tandem, that the motivation factor will go up so high because when it's your belief, when it's your idea, when you're motivated to achieve something that you feel confident you can do, nothing really can stop you. You just feel a little beaten down by circumstances. This is a great tool and an efficient way to get where you need to go. I can get a person through using my workbook off and running, I would say within a few weeks.
So, if they want to get your book, does it come with the book as well?
If they don't already have it, absolutely.
Okay. And where will they get your book?
Well, it will be available through my website,
Okay.
called Powering Your Decision. I hope to also be available for speaking engagements to discuss this with groups. Can be business groups, can be community groups.
Pam, it's been wonderful to have you on the show. Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
That's your book.
Thank you, Dr. Levin.
Thank you.